Hello, I'm Brian Smith with the Tennant Company, and I'm here to show you the proper startup, use, and end-of-shift steps for your Tennant T600 and T600e Walk-Behind Scrubber. Our lawyers wanted me to remind you that while this video will cover the basics, it's your responsibility to read and fully understand the operator's manual and safety labels before using the machine. Now, let's get started. Remember, before you do any inspecting, setup, cleaning, or other maintenance, be sure the unit is keyed off. First, let's fill up the solution tank. As I've been told, this is helpful for effective cleaning. Uncap the fill port at the rear of the machine here and insert the hose into the retainer. The retainer will hold most hoses in place. If your machine is equipped with autofill, connect the quick disconnect autofill coupler to the water supply hose and connect the nipple to the fitting on the machine until it clicks. To prevent the hose from being pulled out while the tank is being filled, turn the coupler clockwise to lock the connection. When finished, turn the coupler counterclockwise to unlock. As you fill the tank, keep an eye on this clear tube to see when it's time to turn off the hose. Once it's full, just screw the cap back on. If you're using any added detergent, be sure to follow the instructions on the product container or dispenser for proper dilution and handling. If, on the other hand, you're using Tennant's EC water system, just make sure the solution tank is emptied and rinsed of any added detergents prior to filling with plain tap water. While we're at it, it's also a good idea to verify that your recovery tank is empty. Using quality Tennant True brushes or pads and squeegee blades in good condition helps your machine perform at its best. The pad drivers or brushes should normally be off the machine due to the end of shift maintenance, but it's always a good idea to check. With the head raised to remove the pad drivers or brushes on a disc machine, step on the yellow pad release plunger. Next, we need to check the pad driver and pads. Flip or replace pads as appropriate. Place the pad on the center of the pad driver and secure pad with the center lock. Flip the pad driver over and set the yellow spring clip to the open position to make installation easier. Press the spring clip together and downward to set. Align the pad driver under the motor. Push upward to ensure it's securely mounted onto the motor hub. If you use a brush, make sure to inspect and clean it by removing any debris caught in the bristles and spraying it down. The brush should be replaced if the yellow wear indicator is the same length as the other bristles. If your machine is a cylindrical unit, you'll want to inspect, clean, and rotate the brushes as well. To check the brush on a cylindrical unit, unfasten the yellow latch and remove the idler plate from the scrub head and pull the brush out. Remove debris buildup from the underside of the scrub head, including the idler plate. To reattach the brush, make sure to place the double row of bristles to the idler plate. Guide the brush onto the drive hub and refasten the yellow latch. If you have an orbital machine, the first step is to make sure you have two pads, a backer pad, one that will be protecting your pad driver face, and the working pad. The backer pad will have hook and loop strips to help hold the working pad to the machine. With the back pad hook and loop strips facing you, add the working pad. This should now be a floor pad sandwich. There's not enough barbecue sauce in the world to make this sandwich taste good though. The key to great water pickup is a properly functioning squeegee. The first step is to remove the squeegee assembly from the machine. With the squeegee assembly raised, disconnect the squeegee recovery hose from the squeegee assembly and unscrew the center yellow star knobs. With the squeegee assembly off the machine, first check for any sharp objects embedded in the squeegee, then use a damp cloth to wipe down the squeegee blades assembly. With the squeegee clean, you can now inspect the squeegee blades for wear or damage. If the squeegee blade shows signs of wear or damage, it's time to rotate or replace them. A sure sign that the blades need to be replaced or flipped is when they are worn about halfway through the thickness of the blade. To remove the blades from the assembly, first loosen the star knobs while compressing the assembly. This will separate the spring-loaded blade retainer from the squeegee frame. Now you can peel off the squeegee blades. To attach the squeegee blades to the frame, align the slots of the blades to the retainer tabs and press the blades in place. With the blades attached to the retainer tabs, you can now compress the springs and tighten the yellow star knobs. Now, let's mount the squeegee assembly to the squeegee mounting bracket. Tighten the yellow star knobs to secure the squeegee assembly to the bracket. Connect the vacuum hose to the squeegee. You will also want to make sure your batteries are charged. We have found through extensive testing and market research that scrubbers with dead batteries are a lot less effective than those with charged ones. So that's good to know. The charge level will be noted by the battery discharge indicator located here on the T600 Pro membrane panel and here on the LCD Pro panel, and finally here on the T600e panel. When all the lights are illuminated, the batteries are fully charged. Or, another way to confirm the batteries are fully charged is when all 5 indicator lights repeatedly flash 2 times. Once it is fully charged, go ahead and unplug the cord and wrap it around the cord hooks. Don't forget to maximize the runtime and life of the batteries. Make sure the batteries are completely charged before using the machine. If you find you need to charge your batteries or want to charge them at the end of a shift, remove the charger cord and plug it into an outlet. Don't be that guy who always forgets to charge the batteries after the shift. Not awesome at all. Make sure not to interrupt the charge midway. Wait for the charging process to be complete. We know keeping batteries well maintained is critical to ensuring they perform at their best and last as long as possible. For traditional lead-acid batteries, we recommend checking the battery distilled water levels on at least a weekly basis. The battery is properly filled when the water covers the plates inside the battery. Be careful not to overfill the batteries. If your machine is equipped with the optional SmartFill automatic battery watering system, you are in luck, because all you have to do is make sure the SmartFill tank has distilled water in it. When you see this warning icon on your control panel, it's time to fill the tank. Just grab a small funnel and your distilled water. Fill the tank until it's full, and that's all there is to it. If your machine also has severe environment on it, make sure you're filling the correct tank though. We'll talk more about that in a minute. If for some reason there's water or liquid in the battery compartment, you can drain it by using this tube. Your scrubber may be equipped with our innovative EC water system. EC Water NanoClean is a detergent-free technology that takes plain tap water and applies an electric charge to create an effective cleaning agent that will revert back to water after it's recovered back into the tank. It also uses up to 70% less water, which both saves water as well as the time taken to go back to the closet to dump and refill the machine. If you have this feature on your machine, EC Water automatically will come on when the machine is turned on. If you would like to turn it off and use the machine conventionally, press the EC Water button and add the desired chemical. Note the change to the EC Water icon on the machine. When finished, make sure to drain, rinse, and refill the solution tank with clear, cool water before operating the EC Water system again. If your EC Water NanoClean machine is also equipped with a severe environment switch, you can apply detergent on demand to problem areas that may have heavy oils or other soils that require a detergent to clean effectively. Before you start, make sure the severe environment detergent tank is full of your preferred undiluted detergent. To do this, open the recovery lid and fill the tank with detergent. Be sure to set the dilution ratio knob according to the instructions on your cleaning product. With the solution tank filled and your brush or pad, squeegee, and battery inspections complete, it's time to get cleaning. Before we start, it's essential you understand how to operate the control panels. There are 2 available consoles on the T600 and 1 on the T600e. Let's cover the T600e control panel first. For the T600e, the first step is to adjust the cleaning settings as desired. Be sure to work with your supervisor to make sure you understand what settings are appropriate for different environments. Remember, more isn't always better, depending on the flooring, soil levels, and other factors. On the T600e, there are 2 buttons for down pressure and water flow. This is the down pressure button, and this one is for water flow. In both cases, all you need to do is press the button until you have reached the desired setting. The settings are indicated by the lights below each button. Pressing this big green 1-step button raises and lowers the scrub deck. The scrub deck is on the floor when the light in the corner of the button is on. If your machine has the optional EC Water Nano Clean and you need to deactivate it, press this toggle switch until the blue indicator light on the control panel goes off. Press the toggle switch again to turn EC Water Nano Clean back on. The toggle on the right hand allows operators to move the machine in forward or reverse. When going in reverse, make sure to lift the squeegee from the floor and be prepared to walk backwards. The green dial on the left is the speed dial. All the way to the rabbit will increase your speed, and moving towards the turtle will decrease your speed. It's easy to remember because rabbits are typically faster than turtles when they aren't taking long breaks during foot races. The speed dial and forward and reverse toggle are the same on all machines. Now, let's move on to the T600, which has two different consoles available, the T600 Pro Membrane and the T600 LCD Pro Panel. Let's start with the standard Pro Membrane offering. Just like on the previous console, there are two buttons for down pressure and water flow. Pressing this big green button raises and lowers the scrub deck. The scrub deck is on the floor when the light in the corner of the button is on. Just like before, the EC Water Nano Clean toggle switch is in the same location. All of this should look familiar, so let me show you what's new. A feature that is standard on the T600 is quiet mode. You may want to use this periodically when you're cleaning in sound-sensitive areas like healthcare facilities, around customers or students. Just press the quiet mode button until the green light is illuminated. You can press it again when you want to turn it off. I mentioned earlier that different environments require different settings. We make this easy by offering these zone setting buttons. Up to 3 settings can be pre-configured to take the guesswork out of cleaning. Activate the presets by pressing 1 for Zone 1 and 2 for Zone 2, or both at the same time for the third zone setting. You'll see the settings change as I press these buttons. If you're using EC Water Nano Clean and need to clean really tough soils, you can activate the optional Severe Environment switch by pressing this button for a 30-second dose of detergent to clean in small areas. The green light blinks slowly at first, then rapidly for the last 5 seconds of the dose. To turn on a continuous flow of detergent, press and hold the button for 2 seconds until the light stays on without blinking. Press the button again to turn off the function. If the indicator light is blue and blinking, the detergent tank is empty. The other control panel your T600 machine might have is the optional LCD Pro panel, which gives you extra options including onboard videos that guide you through the operation and maintenance of the machine. These are the down pressure and solution flow icons. Press either to access adjustment buttons, and then use the plus or minus buttons here and here until you've reached the setting you want. To activate quiet mode on the Pro panel, press the icon until the green light is illuminated. Press it again to return to normal function. Pressing the green one-step button raises and lowers the scrub deck. The Pro panel also has zone setting functionality to pre-program the machine to clean various zones of a building. When you arrive at that zone, simply press the corresponding number and the machine is set to go. These zone settings can also be named by your supervisor to make it even clearer. The Pro panel has 4 zone settings which can be named. To deactivate EC Water Nano Clean on Pro panel machines, press the icon on the panel. The panel will show a line through the icon. Press the icon again to turn EC Water Nano Clean back on. To use the Severe Environment function on a machine with EC Water Nano Clean and Pro panel, press the Severe Environment icon to dispense detergent for 30 seconds, perfect for a small heavily soiled area. The icon will turn green and you'll see the 30 seconds count down on a timer. Press and hold the icon for 2 seconds for continuous dispensing of detergent. Press the icon again to turn off the Severe Environment function. The icon will blink yellow when the Severe Environment tank is empty. The Pro panel features a variety of videos to help you operate and maintain the machine. Access them by touching the Video Help icon here at the lower left. Select an area of the machine to view a video, or click here for a complete list. Scroll through the list to find the video you want. A great option on the T600 is the self-contained tank rinse feature. To operate the tank rinse spray nozzle, press the spray nozzle toggle switch to the on position. When the switch is activated, the spray nozzle pump disables the machine's propel so you can't spray your friends as you go on by. If the bail is pulled, the spray nozzle indicator will flash, indicating that the spray nozzle pump is turned on. Take the nozzle and spray the tank and rinse it out. The machines have side rails to which you can add an optional accessory clip. This clip can be used to hold a plastic bag for debris and items you may pick up off the floor, or can be used to hold wet floor signs. Okay, enough talk. Let's get down to business. Turn your machine on by turning the key to the on position. Now, choose the machine settings or choose a zone setting, place the direction toggle forward to go forward, and lower the squeegee with your foot. Now, press the green button, wait for the head to lower to the floor, grab the bail, and go. When you're done cleaning, if you're as awesome as I have said you are, you will want to do a standard end of shift maintenance. Making sure your equipment is properly maintained at the end of your shift will help keep your machine at optimal performance and will also make sure you remain popular in the break room. First, empty the recovery tank. Remove the recovery tank drain hose and then crimp the end of the hose. Crimping the hose will help you control the water flow out of the recovery tank. Now, rinse out the recovery tank with a spray hose and wipe it clean as necessary. This would be a good time to remove and clean the debris tray. If you have a cylindrical unit, make sure to clean the scrub head debris tray as well. The float shutoff screen should be checked at every dump and refill. Remove it and rinse it clean. When you're done cleaning the recovery tank, debris tray, and float, leave the lid open. This will allow the recovery tank to quickly dry and avoid smelling like my kids' hockey team's locker room. It's a good idea to drain the solution tank every day too. Just remove the side tube and carefully lower it to a drain. When the tank is empty, reattach it to the machine. You can do this at the same time you drain the recovery tank. After every shift, the squeegee should be inspected and cleaned. Use the same steps we covered for changing the squeegee blade. If the squeegee was not performing as you would expect, try flipping or replacing the blade. Make sure to clean the P-trap. You can do so by turning the P-trap knob a quarter turn and remove the debris. Check your pad drivers and brushes for wear or debris caught in the bristles, just like during setup. At the end of each day, you should inspect and clean the scrub head skirt. The last item on your list is to charge the batteries. This should be done at the end of every cleaning shift to maintain both the batteries and your awesomeness. Just plug it into a properly grounded wall outlet. The charger will automatically begin charging and shut off when the batteries are fully charged. You will know it's charging as the battery indicator lights ripple back and forth during the charging cycle. When charging is complete, all 5 lights repeatedly flash 2 times. Now you can unplug the cord and wrap it around the cord hooks. To maximize the runtime and life of the batteries, make sure the batteries are completely charged before using the machine. You've now learned the basics of successfully operating and maintaining your Tennant T600 and T600e floor scrubber. At Tennant Company, we know clean buildings are important. We all need clean hospitals to give people the confidence in the care they receive, educational facilities to optimize learning, and clean stores to encourage customers to shop longer and more often. We also know that buildings don't clean themselves, and the care you take every day enables people to be their best in the spaces you make clean. We hope the work we do to create efficient and effective cleaning equipment helps make your tough job just a little bit easier. Thanks for watching, and thank you for what you do.